A UN report released today found that there are, quote, reasonable grounds that Hamas committed rape and sexual torture during the October 7th attack, and that the violence may be ongoing. The UN team that reported on the findings also said they heard of sexual violence against Palestinians, implicating Israeli forces and settlers. The White House tonight is again turning up the pressure for a ceasefire. CTV's Bergeron-Oliver reports.
The devastation in Gaza is mounting, as is the pressure on Israel and Hamas to strike a ceasefire deal. We are calling on the U.S. and international community to end the war, this Gazan says. In D.C. today, U.S. leaders met with Israeli War Cabinet member Benny Gantz, a visit opposed by his political rival, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
He has a critical voice in the delivery of humanitarian assistance. He's an important figure in the sitting government of Israel, and so that's why we engage with him.
Progress towards a ceasefire is reportedly being made in Cairo, where officials are meeting. But Israel didn't send a representative over lingering questions about hostages.
It's really this element with the Israelis asking for really the first part of this agreement to be put in place, for Hamas to actually give the names and verify that they actually have some of these hostages that are still alive.
Where is the Intifada? We are the Intifada! The U.S. is pushing for a ceasefire, as is Canada. On Saturday, those angry with Canada's response protested outside the Ontario Art Gallery, where an event with the Prime Minister and Italy's Prime Minister was scheduled.
Canada's complicit in this, and that's why we're here today. We want Canada to end all ties with Israel.
Invited guests say the protesters blocked entrance and exits to the venue, and the event had to be canceled.
By the time they snuck us to the side door, these protesters, found us and rushed the door at the same time. Somebody in my party got hit in the face on the way in. And then when we got in, we were in lockdown.
Toronto police say it was prepared to provide secure access for the Prime Minister into the venue, but ultimately the Prime Minister's team decided not to proceed. The RCMP, who are in charge of the Prime Minister's security, say due to several factors, including the size and volatile nature of the crowds at the entrance to the venue, it was not safe to move both Prime Ministers.
The ball got dropped somewhere, I believe.
Toronto police are investigating Saturday's events and say they're not ruling out any charges. Omar?
All right, Annie, thank you.